Pokemon Heartgold, but I have to use Pokemon 4x weaknesses. Here are the rules. They have to have a 4x weakness. Duh. Rule 2, no items in battle, only held items. You know, basic stuff. And rule 3, battle has to be on set, just to make it a little bit harder. Alright, let's get this one started, shall we? So I changed my starter to Sneasel. Why Sneasel? Because I thought it'd be a bit more interesting, honestly. And I also like Sneasel. Dynamic fighting. Alright, time to fight Silver for the first time, and well, I learned Quick Attack and I spam Quick Attacks. Quick Attack's the same power as Scratch and its priority, so it's already better. So we won. Next up, I caught a Geodude and named it Grass Water. After a while, I was fooling around with how to name it because Grass Water fits perfectly with no spaces. So yeah. Alright, now that we have caught our next team member, let's fight Faulkner. I lead off with Sneasel, and I Quick Attack his Pidgey, and 2 Quick Attacks take him out, even though I hit the Sand Attack in mid-process. Because of that Sand Attack, I missed a few screeches, but I was able to take Pidgeotto out 2 Quick Attacks, leaving me at 1 HP. Doubt. Alright, after I beat Faulkner, we catch up Hoppip. I name it Ice. Can you guess the naming pattern? Alright, Proton time. Zubat gets one shot by Rock Throw, next up's Coughing, and I took it out with a few Rock Throws with Geodude, or Grass Water, but he poisoned him in the process of Poison Gas. What a shame. Next up is Bugsy, and it's as easy as you think it is. Scyther goes for Focus Energy, I one-shot with Rock Throw. Then his other 2 Pokemon, Kakuna and Metapod, both took it out by Rock Throw. Why doesn't he have a Spinarak and Ladybug or some shit like that? That would've been way cooler. Oh well. Alright, now as Bugsy's down, we have to go fight Silver. I lead off with Sneasel, he's off Ghastly. Fan Attack, one-shots it. Next up is his Zubat, Fan Attack also one-shots it. Then last up is his Crocodile. I Screech it, then I start going for Fan Attacks, and I was able to take it out with a few Fan Attacks. Alright, next up is Whitney. And Fan Attack one-shots her Clefairy with a crit. I use Taunt on our Miltank before switching out to Hoppip, but it stomps me, and I keep getting flinched, and I missed Stun Spore I took out. Geodude took it out with a Self-Destruct after being paralyzed and distracted for like a bit. Alright, time to fight Silver again. He's off with Ghastly, he's off with Sneasel. Fan Attack one-shots him. Next up is Magnemite. I taunted so he can't put a stat speed with my Geodude. And I swap out to him and take it out with the Magnemite to get hit with a few Sonic Booms. Next up is his Crocodile. I decided to stand and sack him off, but I missed a Stun Spore with Skiploom. I got one-shot by Ice Fang. Great debut for the video, by the way. Sent out Sneasel, then I just finished it off with Fan Attacks. Yeah. What a debut for the challenge video. Skiploom gets O-code, and Zubat gets one shot after some confusing hijinks. Yeah. I have terrible luck. I mean, if you watch the Fire Pokemon only with Pearl, I said that enough in that video. Alright, well, time for an easy gym fight. Morty, he leads off with Ghastly, I lead off Sneasel. I just Fan Attack, Fan Attack, Fan Attack. His Gengar only hit me with Shadow Ball and Mean Load, that's about it. Everything else went down to some Fan Attacks. So yeah, it all went well and peachy for Morty. What do you expect? Sneasel is a great Pokemon, even if it's not Weavile yet. Alright, next up on my list is Magnemite. I named it Ground. I wonder what the name scheme of this video is. It could not be because they're all 4x weaknesses. And I caught a Corsola, I named it Grass. Alright, time to train. Alright, now we have to fight Chuck. I lead off with Skiploom because I realized 4 out of 5 Pokemon are weak to fighting type moves. I paralyzed and Leech Seed Primate, and I sent out Corsola to start surfing it down, and the Leech took it out. Next up is Polywrath. I had sacked Corsola gets taken out by a few Surfs. Then I sent out Jump Bluff against Polywrath. I Stun Spore it, and I Leech Seed it, and after he healed twice with Hyper Potions by stalling, I eventually took him out. Yeah, I didn't think Chuck out of all people would stall me for a bit. But hey, that happens. Hoo-wee. But yeah, like I said, we eventually beat him. I mean, hell, we were asleep for 5 turns there at one point. Like, I think we were asleep for all 5 turns. He healed because at least he got him the red. I brought him the red again. He healed again. It's like, god damn, can you be more annoying? But yeah, we eventually took him out, and we got the 5th gym badge. Now time to go fight Jasmine. Yay! Time to fight Jasmine, and she leads off with Magnemite. I lead off with Grass Water, who gets confused and hits himself in confusion. That's fun. Then he hits it with Sonic Boom, and I take it out with the Magneton. Next up is Steelix, and it takes me out with an Iron Tail after I hit it with the Magneton. Then I send out Corsola, take it out with a few Surfs as it sets up a Sandstorm. But little does that know, it helps me out, and I have it to as much as my special defense, so I take it out. Yay! The next up is Magnemite, which is bullshit. They know Thunderbolt. Mine doesn't know Thunderbolt. Maybe I should go play Voltorb to get Thunderbolt on it, because that's what Jasmine probably did. So Corsola goes down to a few Thunderbolts at putting up a good fight. That's she heals, and then I send out Jump Up to finish it off with a Leech Seed and get paralyzed. With a Leech Seed, then it paralyzes me. I headbutt it, and that was the fight. Man, Jasmine, you annoying as hell. Alright, well, now that we dealt with Jasmine, time to deal with Proton. And I just Thundershock swept this entire team because it's on set, and what's the point of switching out when I one-shot everything anyway? So yeah, Proton was nothing. Or, yeah, Petrol I meant. Sorry, I don't know why I called him Proton. I really need to start writing scripts or just jotting down scripts instead of just freeballing it like it is. But hey. Alright, next up is the double battle with Ariana and her other person. I Magnitude, it gets Magnitude 8, and I take out both Arbok and Drowsy. Next up is Grimer and Gloom. I get taken out by a Mega Drain from Grimer. Then I send out Sneasel, and I Icy Wind to the rest of the battle. Dragonite, Confuse, and Fly. Yep, that was a battle. 20 hours of auto flip later. Alright, time to fight Price. He's off. See, I lead off with Magneton. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up is Pillow-Swine. I hard swap out to Ice, and I hit it with a Mega Drain, but he takes me out with the Blizzard. Next up I send out Grass. He uses Hail. I take it out with the Surf. Last up is Dugong. So I switch out to Magneton. I take it out, and I use Thunderbolt on it, and I take it out, and I take it out. Alright, next up is Proton again, and well, I just Surf Sweep this entire team for the most part, besides Weezing, who took one for being a bit more bulkier. But other than that, Corsola took it all down with Surfs. I like it when I sweep, it's fine. And it's such a weird, fun Poke to sweep with too, Corsola. Like, you don't ever expect it, because let's be real, Corsola's forgettable. Corsola would be forgotten if it was for the fact he missed the cat in the Johto anime. Alright, time to fight Silver. I use Grass Water to take out Golbat with 2 Rock Throws after hitting myself in Confusion. Twice in a row. Yeah, I hate my luck. They send out Sneasel, I just sack off Grass Water to get a clean switch into Magneton. I use Magnet Bomb on it to take it out. 2 Magnet Bombs to take it out. Next up is his, for Alligator, I use Thunderbolt to take it out. Then he sends out his own Magnemite. I just stayed in and started Sonic Booming his down. Then Quick Claw activated. I was able to take him out with a few Sonic Booms, which is actually kind of interesting. And last up is his Haunter. I sack off Ground and I send out Fighting and take it out with the Pain Attack. Golbat's up next. Alright, time to fight Petrol again. 2 Ice Beams to take out his Golbat. Then next up is his Weezing. I switch out to Grass Water, just Smoke Screen, and I hit it with a Flamethrower. Yes. Gold colored Flamethrower. Don't ask me why. I take it out with a few Flamethrowers just because special defense is way worse than his actual defense. Alright, time to fight Ariana Grande now. And she does it with Arbok. I lead off with Grass Water. She glares at me, but I take it out with an Earthquake. Next up is her Vileplume. I decided to switch out into Fighting. She hits me with Mega Drain. I hit it with Ice Beam. It's doing about 50%. She hits me with Acid. Another Ice Beam takes out Vileplume. Next up, last up is our Murkrow. I stayed in and just hit it with Ice Beam, and I took it out. Alright, time to fight Archer. Surf one-shots his Houndoom. Next up is his Houndour. Now it's his Houndoom. He uses Fan Attack and Bite, but I take it out with 2 Surfs. I get to take it out by a Fan Attack, and I send out Ice to take it out with the U-turn. Last up is Coughing. I send out Magneton, I take it out with a Thunderbolt. Yeah, really prioritizing that Coughing's low special defense. Alright, I catch a Gligar, and I name it Ice 2. And while training up, Magneton evolved to Magnezone. I think it's something to do with the change of possible evolutions, but whatever. Thunderbolt one-shot clears Gyarados. Next up's Dragonair. I decided to stay in to Thunder Wave it, forgetting that I had Shed Skin, so it takes me out another Fire Blast. I send out Corsola, and I start Ice Beaming it down. I was able to take it out in 2 Ice Beams. She sends out her Dragonair. She hits me with Dragon Pulse. I recover. She paralyzes me. I recover again. Then I hit it, and then I switch out to being paralyzed. I send out Sneasel, and take it out 2 Ice Beams while getting paralyzed in the process. And last up's her Kingdra. I decided to stay in to use Quick Attack before Sneasel dies. I send out Ice to try to get paralyzed, but I missed, and they Smoke Screen me. I keep trying to go for Stun Spore. I eventually hit it, but then I hit it with a Leech Seed. But after I hit it with Leech, I get taken out by a Hydro Pump. I send out Gligar, use Swords Dance, but she hits a Hydro Pump. I miss a Stun Spore. She hits all of her Hydro Pumps. I send out Golem, hit it with the Earthquake. She hits me with Hydro Pump, takes me out. I send out Corsola, hit it, start using Ancient Power on it. And I don't get the boost because I'm not lucky. She heals. I keep Ancient Powering down, bring her back down to red health. Eventually, she heals again with a full restore. Then I start Ice Beaming her down, so I ran out of Ancient Powers. She starts Dragon Pulsing me. And then with Leech Seed, I was able to take her out eventually with Leech Seed taking her out. God, that was annoying. Final round fight was Silver time. I Rock Throw his Sneasel to take it out one shot. That takes me with Fan Attack. Next up is his Magneton. It hits me with Supersonic. Lucky bastard, I hit myself. Then he uses Magnet Bomb on me. Then I take it out with an Earthquake next turn. Next up, comes out as for Alligator. I sack off Graveler. And then I send out Magnezone. Like I said earlier, I don't know why it evolved. I guess some of the possible evolutions. Whatever. Thunderbolt one-shots his for Alligator. Next up is his Haunter. I decided to paralyze it with Thunder Wave. Then I take it out with Thunderbolt. Don't know why I paralyzed it. I just thought I would be able to take it out. This is Kadabra. I paralyze it. And then since Thunderbolt's disabled now, I swap out to Gligar. And hits me with Psybeam. I hit it with a Fan Attack. And I take it out one shot. Next up is his Golbat. I U-turned out of there. And I sent out Corsola to take it out with with a few ice beams, but I got flinched. Then he confuses me. I hit myself. He flinches me with a bite again. I hit myself. Then he takes out a bite. Like, fuck you. I sent out Sneasel and take it out with an ice beam. That was silver. Alright, time to fight. First up was Vileplume. For everyone's level 50. And me first. And critical hit. Power Judge my Corsola. Man, Corsola cannot catch a break today, I swear. I was able to take out a Xatu with a few more Power Gems, though. After he healed. Next up is Jinx. I decided to stay in and stack Corsola. So he has safe switch into ground. Hits me with Psychic. I hit it with Mirror Shot. And I one-shot it. Next up is Exeggutor. I hard switch out to Ice. Then I use U-turn on it. As it's just Reflect, I send out Gligar to hit it with a Fan Attack. And then I U-turn out. Because then is at red health. I send out Sneasel and take it out with the Fan Attack. Trying to stall Reflect down is what I was doing. Next up is Slowbro. I Fan Attack it. And he uses Curse. He's another Fan Attack. Because he's at 1 health. I take it out with another Fan Attack. Then last up is Charizard and well, a couple Fan Attacks. A Fan Attack and an Ice Shard did it in. As it's an Aerial Ace. Okay, next up is Bruno. Not Bruno, Koga I meant. He leads off with Aerodactyl, Stone Edge one-shots it. The next up is Fortress, Flamethrower one-shots it. It's so hilarious that singular fire-type moves. Next up is Venomoth. I use Stone Edge again, and it one-shots it. Next up is Muck, and I use Earthquake to take it out one-shot. And last up is Koga's Crowbat, and this motherfucker double-teamed it up. I missed my Stone Edges. Like, after a few double teams, I just said, fuck it. And I used Explosion to try to do the most damage as I can, but I missed, so I send out Sneasel with Fan Attack, and I just started Fan Attacking it down as it keeps double teaming. See, Koga, this is why no one likes you. But yeah, it's gonna take it out. It ate its berry. It Wing Attacks me. I keep Fan Attacking him, and then he uses Wing Attack. I take him out with the Fan Attack, and then that's it. Alright, Bruno time. Since I really don't know counters for Bruno, I send out Gligar. So what I do is I triple Swords Dance up since Hitmontop can't do anything to my Gligar. I send out. Then I started spamming Earthquake, and I one-shot his Hitmontop. Next up is Hitmonchan, one-shotted by Earthquake. Next up is Hitmonlee, hits me with a Blaze Kick, luckily not burning me, then Earthquake takes it out one-shot. Next up is his Machamp, Onyx Earthquake one-shots it. And last up is his Machamp now, and Earthquake one-shots it. Feels weird. I don't think I ever swept Bruno like that, even though he is a weaker Elite Four member. Alright, next up is Karen. I use Swords Dance, then I'm going to use Confuser. I U-turn out there, leaving at about 25% health. Then I send out Ground to take it out with a Thunderbolt, as it uses Double Team. Whew. Next up's Houndoom. I decided to stay in and go for Thunderbolt, and I paralyze it in the process. It eats its berry, and another Thunderbolt takes it out. Next up's Gengar. Uses Focus Blast on me and takes me out. Next, I send out Jump Bluff to paralyze it, but I missed. Then I use Sun Spore again. I hit it this time. Then I Leech Seed it. Then I U-turn out of there to send out Sneasel to get a safe. Gengar gets paralyzed, and I take Gengar out with a Fan Attack. Next up's Vileplume. I stay in. I go for Ice Beam to do damage. Use a Stun Spore. Then I go for Ice Shard to take it out. Last up is her Murkrow. I use Ice Shard, but I'm paralyzed. I go for Ice Shard again, but I'm paralyzed. It whirls me out to Gligar. I use U-turn, and I throw in Corsola. As it Wing attacks me, I use Power Gem to take it out. Alright, now it's time to fight Champion Lance. I lead off with Magnezone. I get Critical Waterfall, but Thunderbolt takes it out. Next up is his Charizard. I use Fire Fang. I live since I have high defense, and Thunderbolt one-shots Charizard. Next up's Dragonite. He uses Outrage to take out Magnezone. I send out Corsola to Ice Beam as it hits me with Outrage. Ice Beam brings it down to yellow, but of course it's Lance. He doesn't hit himself confusion like I do, and takes out Corsola with another Outrage. Send out Sneasel to use Ice Shard to take it out. Next up is Aerodactyl. I use Ice Shard on to do damage, then hits me with a Rock Slide. I survive at 3 HP, then another Ice Shard takes it out. Next up is his other Dragonite. I use Ice Shard on it, and I bring out 25%, but it takes me out the Thunder. I send out Grass-Water to take it out, use Stone Edge. Then last up is his last Dragonite, and this is a Blizzard. I take it out with Stone Edge, and now take it out to Stone Edge, few Stone Edges. Then I said fuck it and Explosion it since I couldn't kill it with Stone Edge. And that was Lance. We won, yay. Okay, now that we're the champions of Johto, or beat Johto, before we go on to Kanto, I need to do a little bit of preparations. 30 hours of horrible battle frontiering later. Alright, time to fight Blue. He leads off with Exeggutor. I lead off with Weavile. Ice Punch brings it to red. He heals. I use Ice Punch again. I use Ice Shard, but he switches out to Arcanine. So I switch out to a Grass Water. I use Earthquake because of the Trick Room. I'm faster and I take it out one shot. Next up is Exeggutor. I use Fire Punch to finish it off, so Trick Room ended. Gyarados, I sacked off Grass Water since I didn't need him anymore. I sent out Magnezone. It hit me with Waterfall. I hit it with a Thunderbolt, and I took it out one shot. Next up is his Rhydon. I switched out to Ice. Energy Ball one-shots it. Like I said, I spent a while at the Battle Frontier. I U-turned Pidgeot, then I sent out Grass to hit it with a Power Gem. I hit it with another Power Gem. Burnt the red, he eats Berry. He switches out to Machamp. I decided to keep Grass in. I get taken out by a Dynamic Punch. I send out Ice. 2, I use Aerial Ace on it. Uses Stone Edge. Aerial Ace, take it out. Steps Pidgeot. I use Aerial Ace on it. He Air Slashes. He heals. I use Aerial Ace on it again. I decide to U-turn out to Ground. It whirlwinds me into fighting. I Ice Punch and take it out. That was blue. Alright, now it's time to fight red. Earthquake, one-shots Pikachu with as I use Golem. Next up was Lapras. I decided to stay in, see if Quick Wall pop. I get taken out by a Blizzard. I send out Magnezone. I Thunder Waved it, just I didn't know if I was faster than not. Then I started Thunderbolting it. Brought it to red, he healed. Then I just Thunderbolted again, brought it to red. Then I used Thunderbolt again and take it out. Next up is his Charizard. I swapped out to Corsola. I ate that. I ate a Flare Blitz. I Power Jumped it to one-shot. Next up is his Venusaur. I decided to stay in, to take it out by a Giga Drain. I swapped out to Fighting. Ice Punch one-shots it with Weavile. Next up is Blastoise. I Fan Attack it to see how much damage it does. Then I swap out to Jumpluff as he uses Focus Blast. I use Energy Ball, barely not taking it out. He takes me out to Blizzard, but Blastoise gets taken out by Hail. Lucky bastard. Next, I send out Gliscor for Snorlax's last Pokemon. I Earthquake at a crit, but he takes me out with a critical with a Blizzard plus Hail. Next up, I send out Weavile. He heals. I use Ice Punch. I start Ice Punching him down. Basically, Snorlax. He heals Snorlax twice. God damn it. It's so annoying when they use it. I mean, it's more annoying for me since I'm whittling this thing down. But yeah, so like he keeps crunching me. He loaded my defense eventually. I froze him, but he thawed out immediately. Kept Ice Punching him, taking him out to Giga Impact, then took him out to Thunderbolt while he was restoring from Giga Impact. Alright, that was Pokemon Soul Silver with only Pokemon, or Heart Gold, I guess, with only Pokemon 4 times weaknesses. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and... God, why am I talking like I'm a YouTuber? I mean, I am, but god damn, it's kind of cringy if you think about it. Damn, it's kind of funny now. Oh well. Like I said, I hope you all enjoyed. And leave suggestions if you have any. See ya.